Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my Bursa Secret Show. So today, what I want to share with you is on the tech stock crash. If you have been watching the market today is a very weird day. In fact, right, it's a bit of I feel sad for Malaysia market because you see global market, right? Even though the tech stocks have been dropping like it did in Malaysia, so in a way, Malaysia followed the global stock market. You see, US stock right now, pre-market, it's all down 3 to 4%. But I think it's about the bottom, near the bottom of here, right? If you say, would this be the correction? It already correct. It already have the correction. Some stocks drop already 20, 30%. And in Malaysia, you can see that a lot of the tech counters, especially the manufacturing counter, they already dropped more than 10% today. In fact, right, let's have a look at a few, right? Let me just share with you my screen. Let's look at a few of them. If you look at this VS industry, right? I'm not picking out any. I'm not like trying to separate any, specific one. Oh, sorry, I think you can see, right? Yeah. I'm not trying to say which counter is good, which counter is bad. I'm just sharing my general observation on the stocks that are down today. So if you look at, in Malaysia market, a lot of them, the stocks that are down today, they are the tech counters. I'm sorry if I'm looking down because I'm trying to send a notification to the Telegram channel. Oh yeah, somebody already helped me do it. Okay, very good. Then let me delete that. Mine. Okay, good. So if you look at that, VS industry today corrected 10%. It's not 5%, not 3%. It's 10%, man. Yong Hong say already disappointed with Malaysia market for a long time. I'm not surprised when the Malaysia tech stocks drop. What I'm surprised is this. This is what I'm very surprised with. You see this, huh? So let me share another tab, right? What I am surprised with is the counter that should be going up is not going up. That's the one that I'm very surprised with, right? So, for example, you see VS industry, it corrected a lot today, but I think maybe, it is already at a support. So maybe tomorrow it may rebound. Who knows, right? It's oversold. And then after that, you also touch the 94 days MA. Why is it 94 days? Don't ask me, right? But it seems like, a point of support. So I think a lot of the tech counter today dropped a lot, especially near market end, right? Like the 30 minutes before market end, everybody sort of like panic cow. So some may have some room to drop some more, I don't know, right? But if you look at UWC, also crazy, man, right? This was last Friday. Last Friday, it dropped some. Then after that, immediately today, dropped even further. Is it because something wrong with UWC? No, not really. It's just a general tech sell-off, right? The whole world, all the tech counters dropped, right? So how many of you holding tech counters and in red now? I seldom comment, right? But the one that I was most disappointed is this one, Really, what the hell is going on, man? You see, this one, okay, the reason why I'm pissed is because I bought in quite a lot. My average price is around here. The reason why I'm pissed is because it rebound and it's uptrend, right? And today it opened up here, but I don't know what Malaysian is doing. Not enough money, is it? Right? Everybody sell off this share at the end of the hour. The oil price crash? No, it broke new high, right? It's like flying, man. This is like, I don't know what is this. This is like all-time high compared to 2019. If you can see that, you type in oil high, oil very high, right? Correct. So, hey, by the way, no recommendation to buy or sell. But if you think this video can benefit your friend, right? If any of your friend is buying into tech stocks or oil stocks or recovery stocks, right? Tag them here or share this video to them, okay? Then after that, or bank stocks also. So make sure they are entering this session and they can see. So yeah, like Eddie Chan say, right? is really crazy, man, because oil is all-time high, but now see, 2019, it was this level, right? But hibiscus is lagging behind by so much, man. By right, they should be 90 cents as well, right? If you say follow the sentiment, there's another 20 cents to go, man. What's wrong, right? That's like 20 to 30% gain, by right lah. But I think investors are like very impatient in Malaysia, very big lah. You see, even Dayang also, Dayang actually have some power because it's a very, there are less free float and people have more power to push up. But then you see, there is a very big difference, 2019 and now. It's like such a big gap. Correct? Type in yes if you agree. Even Sabah, all these are you can see very clearly. Right? How many of you agree with me? How many of you agree with me? Right? Market no cash. Yeah, that's also what I'm thinking, man. Not enough money going around. So Sulaiha said, can you comment on Sabah? Yeah, actually it's the same thing, right? Sabah. But actually Sabah is holding a little bit better. Not such a big sell-off at the end, it's still up. So if you look at it, right, it already broke some kind of resistance, but it has always been breaking the, let me draw. Okay, it has always broke out a little bit, then come back. So we never know, like even this time also. But if you look at, compared to 2019, by right, the share price should be higher, right? It just doesn't make sense at all. It seems like a lot of people don't have money anymore, right? Or people are losing patience. Hey, what's going on, guys? Is all the money getting stuck in the glove stock, is it? Huh? So can I know why you guys are not, buying oil stocks? I'm not asking you to buy oil stocks. I'm saying this is my observation. By the way, there's no recommendation or what, right? Yeah, Sulaiha said, looks like market, no cash. Right, Yingsen, it's all the same case. So don't ask me specific stocks. It's a whole Malaysia market. I don't know what the hell, man, they're doing. Morning is all up, right? Near the end, it's like suddenly everybody need to use the money. It's like everybody day trader. They buy in the morning, they sell in the afternoon. So where is all your money getting stuck? Shen said, is in the glove stock, is it? What do you think? Let's have a discussion. Where do you think all the money is, man? I know right now, retail investors like you and me are controlling the market because foreign funds are selling. But last week they were buying. I think they are buying back in. Retail investor, maybe EPF, right? Maybe EPF is selling because you guys all want to withdraw, right? But what's wrong, right? So what do you guys think? The money is in where? Emmy say the money is in tech, right? KH Moon say the money is in glove. I tell you, man, somebody need to educate people, if you are trading, the money need to in out one, not like go in, go, gonna start. Because if all the newbie come in, they bring money, all gonna start one place, then the market will always be down, because all the newbie come in, lose money gonna start. Then that's it, right? That's it. There's no second wave, third wave, right? No wonder, the market seems like no energy now. So it doesn't matter how good is the story of the FA, it's gonna be tough to make good money now in the Malaysian market if it's like that, right? Many people are not letting go the glove stock until they are fairly valued. Hold to the moon, right? Fairly valued. Yeah, you hold on longer, it's gonna be fairly valued, but it's gonna be fairly valued based on the 2-3 years later earning, which is gonna be the normal earning. Yeah. I won't be surprised if money no flow into oil and gas. Yeah, somebody was saying, like my friend Rondi was saying, CPO price. The oil pump price? Oil pump price is also high, but Malaysia counter haven't followed up. I think not enough money to chase all this counter, right? That's it, I'm keeping, but just very frustrated with the slow movement. A lot of the counter, even like a lot of the recovered counter that went up at the end, they actually no energy and came back down, right? No energy and came back down. So money stuck in Bitcoin, tech counters, all this, right? How many of you feel very sad? Type in sad if you are sad with your portfolio now. Money getting stuck in glove, in tech, in solar, in Bitcoin. Type in sad if your money is getting stuck there. Hey, to be honest, right? Bitcoin didn't drop much, isn't it? Why is everybody acting like Bitcoin is like dropped a lot? Bitcoin actually didn't drop much. In fact, if those that bought Bitcoin, I think you should be doing quite well, right? Unless you really buy at the top lah. Right? Isn't it? Let me see. BTCUSD. Yeah, man. Those that bought Bitcoin should be doing okay. I don't know. Let's look at the screen. Anybody of you bought Bitcoin? Right? Yeah, see? Unless you bought here, which is you will only lose money buying Bitcoin if you bought in this day, this day, this day, this day, this day, this day, this day. So there's only like 1 week. Those that bought in that 1 week would have lost money only. Otherwise, everybody would have made money, isn't it? Why is everybody acting like Bitcoin is already dead or what? I don't know. I'm not a believer of Bitcoin, by the way, but I do hedge. I do trade Bitcoin related counters. But I'm perplexed why people is acting like the story is over. It's not yet. If it's gonna drop, it's just starting up, right? Tesla dropped very much. Is it? In fact, I don't think so, right? Tesla, did it drop a lot? Those that bought in 2020 will have still been making money, right? Only those that went in at the most late part would be losing money. So what I want to do is I want to put into perspective, man. Everybody's saying market crash, but did it crash, right? It only went back to the December price. Genting is up, yeah. Actually, you know what happened today in Malaysia? You want to know what happened in Malaysia today? The glove counter, the Malaysia, what's the story in Malaysia? Type in story or type in Bursa Malaysia. If you want to know what's the story, based on my observation today, the entire share market in Malaysia is moving according to the MCO. Type in MCO, right? Because last Friday, it was suddenly announced cinema can open, no more MCO. Like right now, I don't even know what is this. MCO, RMCO, CMCO, can go to cinema, can go to gym, and I also tak tahu lah. Right? The only thing is cannot cross border only. But then, if you look at it, Padini is up a lot. Even NTPM is up. Those that it's down is the glove counter, the tech counter. So market is reacting and Genting is up. So market is pretending like COVID is over. Type in yes if you agree. Hey, by the way, help me share this video. It's been a long time since we hit 700. Always 400, 400 like that. At once we even have 1,000. So let's keep it hot, man. Because sooner or later, if retail investors all lose money, sooner or later, the market's gonna go back to like the past, being controlled by the big funds. No, you guys need to take back control. And me say money is flowing into recovery stocks like tourism and banking. Yes, I agree, right? I think tonight also you're gonna see US market another round of sell-off, which if it doesn't change, then what's gonna happen is tomorrow it's gonna be more bloody. So you look at it, man. Can you see the pre-market? Pre-market, can see the pre-market is down or up. Pre-market is negative or positive. Can you see? Alibaba pre-market is down. All is down except Disney, right? So you can see tech stocks is all going down. Tesla also, pre-market is down, right? So recovery play, MCO, mati cepat orang. So guys, right? Any questions? Anything you want to discuss? What's the hot news lately, right? So personally, for me, the hot news lately is I think the oil price is very peculiar. By right, I should be making a big win now, but not yet. I don't know why Malaysia is so slow. By right, my bet on oil should be paying off really well. But no, I'm making only like 10% return, which is like, hui, right? It's like nothing, man. So I'm very dissatisfied, right, with the slow market, right? But if you ask me, what's my take on the US? Is it a tech bubble, right? To talk about the title of this, I think selectively, right? At the end of the day, when you buy stocks, if you buy for trading, you should have gonna cut loss already dropped more than 10%, isn't it? Type in yes if you agree. If you buy for trading, you should have cut. Now it's already all downtrend, right? But it's dropped so fast that it already reached the MA support for a lot of the stocks, right? And another thing that I'm thinking is certain stocks that have been sold off, like Facebook, Alibaba, yeah, they may seem interesting now, and even Malaysia. I think it's very story driven. How many of you holding SCGM? Anybody? I hope none of you is holding. I'm not saying SCGM is bad, but I hope none of you, because last time we talked about SCGM, remember? I don't know whether you were here when we talked about SCGM. I think we talked about them last August, September, something like that. We talked about SCGM, and SCGM went from 2 to 3. I sold. Some of you kept until 4, right? Feel smart initially. Then after that, it came down all the way to 170, right? None of you holding, right? Everybody sold off, right? Typing yes if you agree. Or if you bought and sold NTPM for profit. Sorry, not NTPM, SCGM, right? So the reason why SCGM dropped a lot is because people are spinning the story that their resin price has increased because oil price increased, which is true, right? Which is true. But one thing is this SCGM has already undergone some structural change, like changing their things to higher margin and shifting their factory for better efficiency. So the business indeed improved. But yeah, their profit may be affected. I don't know, based on the past trend. And this one, the oil trend, I don't think is a one-off thing. I think it could be like few months trend, the oil price being so high. It won't suddenly drop. I don't think so. I think it can stay there for a few months based on historical trend, right? But somehow OPEC want to goreng it up. D&O, right? I saw some people posting profit. They bought at D&O at $3.60 something, went to $4 something, very happy. Then now dropped back to 3 something. So may not be great anymore, but it's normal because it's a sell-off. So what I want to share is at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether it's a tech sell-off or it's a bubble now or what. I mean, sometimes, if you ask me, am I taking a hit today? Yeah, I took a hit as well because I bought quite a bit of Penta, Hong Kong, about 100,000, and then it's down 5% today, right? So I'm hit as well today, quite badly. And my average price was $2, now it's 180. I lost 10% on it, 10,000, you know. Yeah, so it's quite painful. And even my in US stocks, I have some Baba, Facebook, you know, all these also down, also took some hit. So you can say I lost like 1 or 2% of my portfolio this month, right? But it's part of the game. For me, actually, don't need to worry that much because when I buy, I make sure I only buy those that are fairly valued or undervalued and has room to grow, right? Has room to grow, go up, and then has room to go up in the earnings as well. Like NTPM, I screw up in NTPM, to be honest. Right? I really screw up on NTPM. Why I screw up on NTPM? I bought it early, 55 cents, 56 cents. I made a lot of money when it went to 80-something cents, but I was sucking my thumb. I want to give excuse here, but there's no excuse. But in January, I was quite, there was a lot of problem happening in my personal life and business in January. And I stopped, you know, a lot of things to focus on getting things right. And that's where I didn't monitor the pulp price, which was shooting up. And I didn't know that. And I kept holding until now, right? In fact, I bought even more. But I see the pulp price, right? NTPM, the pulp price. So it's the same story, right? It's the same story with the SCGM. The cost has increased. By the way I look at it, right, now it's at a resistance, but it doesn't seem good, you know, for me personally. Because the pulp price, this is just my estimation. It may not be the real pulp price. I just find this pulp and paper. Because there are many grades of paper, I don't know what's the actual price, but seems like it broke the resistance and then it's staying above it. So seems like the pulp price is gonna be strong. It's gonna be strong and it could stay there. Let's see how, right? Now maybe a little bit too early to tell, but if it shoot up like this, it's pretty game over for me. Then I have to let go a bit, right, on strength. Otherwise, if it start to break down again, it could, you know, drop here and rebound and like that. If you follow this channel, then yeah, I have an opportunity to make a really, really good profit when I sell. But I'm waiting to get out of that position. It's a trade that gone sour for me personally. I'm not saying it's good or bad for you, but I think the story that the market is spinning is the cost has increased. That's why they are all selling NTPM. But I think the volume is so low now. Those that want to sell already sold. So let's see how, right? One thing that management guided is the profit for this year is good. Next year will be better than this year. But short-term wise, it's gonna be ugly because people buy on story, sell on story. If you agree, type in yes. Right? It's the same thing. People buy and sell on story. They are not buying and selling on fundamental these days. Like SCGM. You haven't even go into the fundamental yet. People already sell. Right? NTPM also. Even though their pop price is not until June, people already sell now. Maxis is historically low today. Now, actually, one thing you need to understand is the way the government roll out the 5G is very weird. They are not giving it to the telco or any telco, but instead they are doing it themselves. So market is saying it's sort of like a game over for telco lah. So that's why it's pretty tough also. You guys know or not, like Tesla is doing a SpaceX mission. They're sending satellites to the orbit, and they're doing sort of like internet services for everyone. That's a business model. Anyone, anywhere can get the internet services. And the cost is a bit expensive, but if they try to be competitive, then you can say the whole world telco business is being makan by Tesla. Not Tesla, sorry, SpaceX. Wilson said, is SGM suitable for long term? I personally see it, this stock is so volatile, it can be up 100% and down 50% in short term, and it's very story based. It's like the inverse of oil. So the way I play is more like, if I want to short the oil stocks and I cannot short it via DSS, then what I do is I buy SGM, something like that, right? If I think oil price will drop, I will buy SGM, something like that. Right? It's a quality business, but the profit follows the oil price. Or yeah. So exactly, that's the story. Market is not optimistic because the resin price has been increasing, and US dollar weakening. Actually, weakening US dollar is actually good for SCGM because they import a lot of stuff. Their business is from Malaysia. My Tigua has been priority now and can't see the end of the tunnel. The end of the tunnel is very far lah. Not to say cannot see. Confirm can see. You look at their price trend has always been cyclical one, right? Takafu is doing really good. Yep, they are going. They are having good result, and because interest rate is up, that's why money is flowing back to Takafu, as well as the bank counters. Interest rate is not up yet, but people are thinking it's gonna go up. Even though the whole world central bank and the bankers are saying it's not gonna be up, but investors think it's gonna be up. This is something that I don't understand, right? I don't understand why investors think otherwise. I can share about me. Actually, don't need to share about me lah. Okay, I just share with you. I share with you to give you an idea why I say no even need to look at it, because all the tech counter is gonna look exactly the same, right? It's gonna look exactly the same, the chart, right? Gonna suddenly shoot down a lot today, and it's just story based. It's not even about FA anymore. It's not even FA anymore, the story. You understand what I mean? But this sell-off is more like, it's not even about FA anymore, the story. It's just, if US stock gonna sell off, if investors selling tech stock, anything that is tech gonna sell. They don't even care what's the story or what's the FA or what the individual company do. Type in one if you agree that this is the state of the market right now. So what do you think of tech future? Tech has very good future, but what price are you buying? If you buy overvalued by so much, like glove stock have good future, confirm they're gonna do well. I'm sure they're gonna have profit growth every year. I mean, like after this, it may drop a bit. Then after that, it's gonna start to grow in terms of revenue and profit, and there will be more and more glove demand. Confirm the future is good, but the price you buy is so damn high at the penthouse. No matter how good it's a future, it cannot justify the price you buy, unless there's another mania, something like that, right? But I personally don't think this is the start of the downtrend for tech stocks, because tech stocks indeed are doing very well and it should do well into the foreseeable future. So this is more like a correction, but it's a correction that should be quite deep, because a lot of the counter PE ratio is 180, the cheapest is also 40, but their normal PE ratio is like 20, 16. You want me to share something with you or not to see, you know, why there is a correction bound to happen, right? But you need to understand also these counters, they are going to have profit growth. So I think a 20 to 30% correction is I'm not going to be surprised by that. But the thing is, I don't think it's going to down and down and down and keep down. It's not like property counter where the whole industry is down and it's a real fundamental reason and it's very long to solve. But it's good. The industry is good. The only thing is the valuation is too high. So it will correct. Then after that, it is going to continue the uptrend, right? You guys want to see something special or not? Right? Type in wow. Type in wow if you want to see something special. This is useful. Type in this is useful, right? Let's get to 600 and I'll show you something very powerful on TradingView. You can see the average PE of the company and right now where do we stand, right? What happened to JF Tech down by 40%? JF Tech down by 40%. Is it share split bonus issue or is it really down by 40%? Let's see. I don't think it's gonna down 40% JF Tech. Let's see. Probably got the bonus issue. They had a share split here on 20 January. Is that what we mean? Down 40%. Oh no, it's really down 40%, man, from 21 January. It's crazy, man. Hey, but then you see, can you see in my chart? It's already touched a support, right? If you can see, type in see. This is not I draw, you know what? This is last time I draw one. Right? Type in touch support. Yeah. Touch support. Okay, and oversold. Could be a buy point. I don't know. This is not a recommendation to buy. I never buy, and I haven't buy, and I don't know. But I think the PE ratio now is still very high, like 60, if not mistaken. Let's have a look, right? Let's have a look here. Ding, 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 ding. Price to earnings ratio. Hey, how many of you miss me? Type in, I love Mengtek. I love MT. If you miss my sharing, because I know it's been some time since I last do a sharing, right? Yeah, so what we can do is we zoom in 5 year, because they were making loss in the past. Wow, the PE ratio went to 130 something, you know, at one point. But now went back to like 80, right? With this company, if not mistaken, they got something to do with Huawei, something with electric vehicles, something like that. That's why they are doing so well, right? Hey, you guys don't love me, is it? Why nobody like share support one? I love this sharing. Come on, I'm a bit vain. I need the reassurance to continue, right? VS, I think I already shared. I already shared this now, right? So this one is being sold off because it's been going too high due to the Huawei story, right? But if you look at a lot of the counter, for example, UWC, right? If you look at the 5-year trend, right now is actually, you know, the PE is really getting higher and higher and higher, right? I'm not sure whether this is sustainable. The way the PE ratio keeps going higher and higher, right? And let's say if we look at VS industry, if you look at a 5-year trend, yeah, man, usually the PE ratio is ranging between 18 to 25 at the high, but now it's at like 30 something, 35, right? Unless the earnings is depressed or there's gonna be a huge jump, expected jump in earning. But this is plastic injection molding in EMS, so electronics. Is there a lot of electronics? Is a story there? I don't know. Maybe they have a delivery problem because of the shortage of the chip. Let's see, right? Wow, you guys, thank you guys. Thank you for the support. Hibiscus we already shared. Later you can watch the recording. In short, you know, by right it should go up, but for some reason Malaysia not enough money. But I want to talk about this as well as S4, right? It's not being given out. It's not being dished out yet, right? It's not being dished out yet. But one thing you need to know is this thing called price in law, right? A lot of people already buy the share up until like all the company is already getting the project. So where's the room? It's gonna be buy the rumor, sell the news. So the rumor is LSS4 is gonna be out, so everybody buy it going up. Then when the LSS is really up, boom, blah, 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 blah. Those that buy at the penthouse, another kena stuck story. Aren't you guys tired? Always getting stuck at glove, then go and kena stuck at tech, then go and kena stuck at solar. No insult, no personal attack, by the way. But I just feel like, aren't you guys tired? Those that keep getting stuck at the high, always buy at the high and don't know when to let go. Are you not tired? Always buy because everybody is buying and you rush in, buy at the top, initially make money, then hold until lose a lot of money. Then you cut then bring to another one, buy at the high as well. Then initially make money, hold until lose, right? Like that, I think 2-3 years you stop playing at the share market. Correct? Type in yes if you agree, or if you see your friend doing that. So yeah, if PIE, all this is the same story. It's not even about the FA or whether the business will be doing good. It's just people don't care. Tech, hantam sell, right? How about steel? Steel is long time ago story lah. The rotation already finished. Now the rotation is into oil counter already. Okay, now the latest play is oil counter. Maybe after this could be oil pump. Who knows, right? But personally, I see this one, BS industry. Wow, this was very high, right? This was very high. Then after that, a big sell-off down. So I don't know where it's gonna head later, but BS industry hasn't dropped much yet, right? Historically, you can look at the PE ratio historically. It's at what, 10, 15, 18, blah. Bottom 8 also possible. Now it's at 35, right? And I don't know the story about BS industry, so I don't want to comment. Because if I comment, it's very, very unprofessional for me to comment, right? But, yeah, could be. The PE ratio is low due to the profit is bad. Okay, because profit bad, share price is good, make the PE ratio seems very high. So if you look at that, right, their profit is down a lot, right? In fact, they made loss this quarter and down a lot. But you see, if you look at it, why people goreng the BS or buy up the price? It's because there is really like very good profit sign here. Can you see? 54 million, 66 million, right? When usually their quarterly result is 48, like that. So there is a big improvement year on year despite the COVID, right? So I think underlying business, something is going on, right? Profit margin also increased, right? Something is going on, something good is going on, and it's a 20% increase, right? And seems like quarter on quarter keep increasing. So maybe there's a very good reason why it's going up, right? But I believe they are also doing resin, right? They are also using resin, right? Which could be coming from oil. I don't know. I'm a field engineer. Is there plastic injection molding using resin from oil as well? Tak tahu lah. Will you buy glove at this price? Has it bottomed? The story is like asking me, will I buy more NTPM at this price? Has it bottomed? So, this company should be doing well in the long run, should be doing okay. But the story is bad, right? And the whole reason with this stock is because of the story, right? And the story is so bad now. That's why the share price in the short term, right, may not be going up, right? Hi, Owenda. How was the dinner? Valerie said very tired with the buying at high, all this. Hengyuan is doing well, right? So all the oil counters right now, I think, right, as long as oil price don't suddenly drop, no sudden surprise, I think market will wake up eventually. Hengyuan, Sebab, Dayang, Hibiscus, what else? Let me see. I think Velesto, is it? Petron M, right? Yeah, these are in my oil portfolio. The most 不争气 one is Hibiscus, right? 哎呦，真的是 this boy really is no energy, man. Everybody go up so well, you underperform. Walao, dulan. Even the Sebab one not directly benefit also go up more than you. Don't you feel ashamed? Yeah, something like that. That's my feeling. Valerie says seafood go koyak, very surprising. Go koyak. Go koyak. Yeah, it's surprising because now the fear is inflation gonna happen. But why oil drop? Yeah, I also tak tahu lah, right? Yong Hong say 打屁股. Yeah. Alex said oil is cyclical, so it's gonna be roller coaster. I can share with you, oil is cyclical, but even though it's cyclical to a point that the trend usually lasts for a few months. It won't suddenly reach a peak, then suddenly collapse. In the history of oil, usually if it's go up a lot, it can sustain there for a few months. Right? Type in yes if you agree. It's a few months story. Yes, it's cyclical, but it's a few months story, and we are just starting. This month only start one, right? So let's see how. But hey, guys, don't because of what I share, you jump in and buy, right? Don't because of what I share. Because always when I share, my price is already way lower. Like NTPM, my price is like average price 61, 62. Actually, I average up. That's why it's so high. Otherwise, it's 55. Hibiscus also, my average price is like 61. Why same one? Yeah, 61, 62 also. Yeah, and I average up also. So you guys don't chincai mind, don't chincai go in, right? Because I'm already in comfortable position, right? And that's how I prevent loss. I always buy lower, high I don't chase a day. So even if I miss the trend or I, suck my thumb or what, I don't lose that much or I don't lose. Sebab is a good candidate for FFM to buy because they are more liquid. Now the problem with Sebab, if not mistaken, is too many shares. Yeah, 3.7 billion shares. Too many shares out there. Too many free float. 3.7 billion shares. You see, market operator, do you think there are people that pump and dump stocks? They push up the share price, they get people to push up the price, and then after that they let go. You think that happens in Malaysia? Type in yes if you think so. I don't know. I never know anybody like that, but what do you think? Right? There are people like that. And if there are people like that, right, what they would like is they like the counter that don't have so many shares. That's what I always hear about. They like the counter don't have so many shares. So the counter that have too many shares, the price very difficult to go up, right? Yeah, the price very difficult to go up if the counter have too many shares. So if you look at the counter that have the least share, it is Heng Yun, right? It is Heng Yun. But I personally prefer hibiscus because based on the fundamental wise, that's what I feel more comfortable with, right? But it seems like people look for easy to push one and penny counter more than good FA one. So let's see how. Any opinion after about K Power? K Power is solar story, is it? I keep it in my portfolio. No, I never buy, but I keep it in a watch list because the performance has been doing very well quarter after quarter. But what's the story? I never check. Is it solar? I read the summary, right? Yeah, low float, easy to goreng. That's why they prefer low float counter. What platform are you using for trading US stocks? I use TD Ameritrade, but that's an illegal platform in Malaysia. You shouldn't be using that. You should be using the local Malaysia brokerage, like UOB Kay Hian, right? Because you use foreign one, no protection. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, Heng Yuan better. Some people think, yeah, but seems like, actually, it's not like seems like lah. Okay, I won't be surprised if somebody start to write article on Heng Yuan in the coming 2-3 weeks. If you understand what I mean, type in yes, right? If the oil price can sustain here, I won't be surprised if some big player sell their glove counter, then go and buy the Heng Yuan and then start writing story lah. Start writing article why, if you are a super investor, you must buy Heng Yuan. I won't be surprised if I see that, right? But let's see how, right? Yeah, many penny counter have hidden hands behind. It's not, yeah, it's hidden, yeah, it's hidden. Supply versus demand. PC partner, yeah, PC partner, right? It just follow exactly like Bitcoin, long. So the share price is gonna follow Bitcoin. Bitcoin up, it's gonna be up. Hey, got people started writing about Hang Yuan, is it? I didn't know. Okay. Any idea about Tesla? Right. So I think because this round, right, last year so many new beginner come into the share market. So I think a lot of people will go and read articles and buy lah. Let's see how lah. Those that experience a deep probably won't be buying based on article, but because so many newbies in the market, I think a lot of people is gonna get what we call, you're gonna get a good thing. Hibiscus cannot go up much judging from its past history. Andrew saying, yep, that's looking from the past history because it is a counter more for fund manager to play. Retail investor can't make it go up much. And then D&O okay ma. D&O is gonna make very good profit and revenue. And I'm actually I'm surprised in the upside. I didn't thought they're gonna do so well, but they did much better than my expectation, right? And I'm surprised by the good result. But then the share price already factored that in. It's a good long-term company, but the share price already factored that in. So if you bought very high also, you know one thing, right? Like a lot of people nowadays will say Warren Buffett is outdated, right? Warren Buffett is no longer, value investing is dead. But this thing happen every 5 to 10 years, people say value investing is dead. That means you don't look at the price anymore. As long as the company doing good, just buy. No need to care valuation. And sometimes even I question myself, is it true? But it always go back to valuation is important. So no matter how good is a company, if you buy at the penthouse price, you're gonna suffer eventually, right? Everything got a correct price to pay. Brent crude is a bit down, now below 70. Alpha Max can go to 75 from news. GameStop to the moon. Yeah, I'm surprised GameStop people still playing it. Bio Alpha, no comment also. Nothing much to comment, right? Nothing much to comment. What happened to Hong Kong market? Hong Kong market actually is down a lot today. In fact, it's being featured in Bloomberg. Now you see, if you look at the sell-off, most of the sell-off is in tech counter, MCO beneficiary counter, and those that have high valuation. So as long as the counter that you buy, the PE is reasonable, you don't need to be scared so much. Maybe it dropped, but won't drop so much. You see, even Penta today dropped, right? Dropped quite significant. But compared to other tech counter, which dropped like 10%, right? Penta only dropped, 8%. But Penta Hong Kong, which is PE like 15, only dropped like 5%. This is Penta Hong Kong, right? So as long as you buy at a correct or safe valuation, reasonable valuation, you don't need to fear the markets sell down that much, okay? Yeah, people follow Elon Musk to invest nowadays, correct? Yeah, Greatech didn't drop much, which I'm surprised. Maybe it dropped already in the past few days, is it? Okay, anyway, I'm about to end the presentation today and the sharing today because not much to say, Adi. Yeah, Penta, Greatech. Actually, Greatech dropped from 650 to 550 Adi. Right, already dropped close to 10-20%. How about Asia? Did you YOLO? Now, Asia is not really YOLO. I have a different view on Asia. I'm very undecided on Asia now. Asia could be a very, very good investment. It could be a multi-bagger, like it could give you triple return, but the risk is too high for me. I'm still deciding. I still haven't figured out how to play this Asia in the correct way yet. To be honest, Asia, if they can get enough hutang, not sell share, if they can get enough hutang, somehow people lend them money to go through this pandemic 1 year, they have enough money to go through this 1 year, I think Asia is going to be very, very powerful in the next 2-3 years. Because they're big pay, I am using big pay like crazy, man. I don't want to show you my big pay lah. The last time I showed you big pay during Facebook Live, people hacked my big pay, Really, they use it to try to fund eToro and all these things, their own eToro. So screw up. Anyway, I'm using BigPay in a big way. I use it to pay for many, many things. And I love it. And I think BigPay is good and got a good future. And they are going to go into loan soon. So I think this is going to be a great fintech, right? BigPay. If they spin off, I'm going to invest at a reasonable price. AirAsia also, you see, so many other competitors die already. The competitors start to die or cut the operation or close off. So in the future, you see, when it comes to airline recovery, this will be my last sharing. You guys want me to share about AirAsia? Type in AirAsia if you want me to share about AirAsia. Then I will end this Facebook Live, right? Now, by the way, if you are new here, this is the first time you meet me, then you may want to join my Telegram channel at the link above, right? So the next time I have a Facebook Live, you can join, right? If not, then, just keep in touch. So AirAsia, right? AirAsia. This will be my final sharing here. Now, AirAsia, I think the reason why I think it's gonna do very well in terms of business and the share price, if they can pass through this pandemic, is because in 2 years' time, one thing everybody already know is they're confirmed gonna be revenge travel. Type in revenge travel if you agree. Revenge travel or type in revenge, right? And that is gonna be a headline. You see, nowadays people invest based on story, right? GameStop fly up, then the auntie, uncle, apa pun tatawan also want to buy GameStop, correct? So people buy what they read on media that is good. And I believe 2 years later, media will keep reporting hotel overbooked, AirAsia overbooked, tourism like spike up, the best business ever, revenge travel, all these things. So tourism stocks, hotel stocks gonna fly in 2 years' time and fly much higher than before COVID. That's what I believe, right? It's gonna fly much higher than before COVID. All the money gonna flood there. That's what I believe, right? Gonna happen. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but I position my portfolio for that. But there is indeed a real change. So like Malaysia Airlines, those things may be affected in a way. Why I say so? I think business travel, business class travel, travel for work, travel for business, that one may slow down. That one may slow down. Type in yes if you agree. Travel for work, travel for business one, is gonna slow down. And when people travel, unless you're super duper rich, if you travel on your own expense for leisure, or let's say company trip, you probably won't fly business class. I don't know about your company, but I think probably if it's a leisure travel, we fly budget. Type in yes if you agree, right? And those that don't do and don't make so much money from the business class, those are gonna, not are the right bets, right? Those that depend on business travel, that's gonna be a bit of tough because I think a lot of people nowadays prefer to do online meetings, Zoom. Like I personally, after this, I don't want to do free live seminar, like face-to-face seminar. I will still do from time to time, but I prefer to do online. You guys want to join online, that's it. I don't want to do face-to-face because the hotel costs, travel costs, tiring, all these things, right? So I'll still try to do online. And I think a lot of people will do that. And I'm happy because now people are accustomed to online. And people now think that, hey, actually, online work also can, So you will see a lot of changes. Office space may have some problem in the future. So property stocks or REIT stocks that are doing office space, maybe that's going to be a permanent effect. Travel on business class one, maybe have a little bit of permanent effect. I think so, at least in the next 1, 2, 3 years. But it may recover after that. Anyway, I will still be doing live event. Definitely got a chance to meet. But I try to reduce. Anyway, what I want to share is that's what makes AirAsia so unique because it's budget airline, right? It's Asia travel. And then there's revenge travel happening. There's a fintech, BigPay, right? And they may start giving out loans soon. And now there are all these... they make money from their logistic, right? And they also put more effort on the logistic because of this. So maybe, new business model because they were forced to do that. Launch flying taxi. Flying taxi, what do you mean by flying taxi? I think a lot of the news these days, right? I don't want to chin-chai comment. But if I'm the boss, what I will do now, especially, is I want to give out a lot of good news because I want to push up my share price so I can sell more share at a good price to raise more money so that I can survive this period. So that's why I will keep giving out try a lot of things to give out a lot of good news. If you agree with me, type in super agree with MT or agree with you, right? Type in that. So that's why you start to see a lot of good news from AirAsia, the boss giving up. But all this news, right, it's not so related to their airline one. He will say, we confirm we will go through this period. This thing will recover soon. Confirm he want to say that one. He cannot say like, oh, it's very bad now. But if you look at the financial, and I think that's what the fund managers are looking at. That's why it's being shorted so much, right? If you look at the financial, it's damn chalat, man. It is damn chalat, right? Very, very chalat. By right, they should have released the quarterly report and it's being delayed, right? I don't know why it's being delayed. Why do you think it's being delayed, right? But they are losing close to 1 billion every 3 months, right? And what's left, their net asset that is left is like 1.5 to 2 billion, right? So that's why I don't dare to invest in them yet, right? If you agree, you type in yes. Like if they cannot get enough loan or they cannot get enough cash or cannot sell enough share in the short term, in the next 6 months, 9 months, if MCO again, I thought, man, I don't know how to proceed. I think if one thing I can tell you, if AirAsia can pass this period safely, I'm very impressed with the boss, right? I think it's the toughest thing he has ever gone through. I hope they can go through this, because if they cannot go through it, I don't know how we are gonna fly anymore, right? But seeing the financial, it really looks scary. But if I'm confident, if I see sign that they can make it through this pandemic, I will hook out even, I tell you. But as of now, I don't see it yet, right? And the share price already halfway back to pre-COVID. Pre-COVID, they were 120, right? Yeah. So let's see how. All the best for him, and let's root for him. But the financial wise, just keep monitoring, right? Okay? So hope you enjoyed my sharing. Hey, by the way, if this is the first time you have seen me and you're thinking to yourself, hey, I really love this guy sharing, right? If he can share with me step by step how to start investing and get a good result consistently, I really want to learn from him. Then what you can do is go and check out this link, www.pusasecrets.com. This Thursday night, 8 p.m., I'm doing a free webinar where I'll share with you how I go from 10,000 ringgit capital to today, every month, able to generate 20,000 ringgit a month consistently, passive income on average, right? So like this month, I'm down 2%, but I'm pretty confident that overall for the year, 2% a month should not be a problem, right? So how do I do it, right? How do I have the checklist of this stock? How do we use it? How come I can comment all these things about stocks? What I look for in a stock, step by step, how to start investing the right way. Whether you are getting stuck now, don't know whether to let go or what, and sometimes you get confused, always buy the top, getting stuck, right? And you're saying long-term investment, but you don't feel good inside. I know that feeling. If you want to know how to solve that or how to start investing the right way, go and register for my free webinar this Thursday at www.pusasecrets.com. All right, with that, I'll end today's Facebook Live. Miss you all. Hope everyone have a good trading week. Be careful. Don't over leverage. Always go in batches. Capital protection is the most important because you need to survive to learn the skill good enough to make money. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.